Okay, to the train station we go. We could check out a shop, but like I'm pretty sure like there'll be shops there with better stuff. Yep. Man, we had a long run of voice acting. You love to see it. Oh, Reen. You ready to depart too, I see? Yeah, we were about to leave. Oh, God. So my guess is Group B are going to fail. Then the next field trip, those two are going to be with me on my team, and we're going to have a, you know... Everyone's going to become friends again. Maybe. We'll see. Don't you still need to purchase your tickets? Oh yeah, you're right. Looks like we'll be traveling together as far as Hemdalar this time. Very well. Let's stop dallying and buy them already. Good morning, Class 7. I hear Group A is heading all the way out to the Nord Highlands this month. You heard right. We'll need to change trains twice. First in Hemdalar, then in Rua. Correct. From Rua, you'll need to transfer to a freight line for the last leg of your journey. Regrettably, we can't handle the part of your trip here. Actually, it seems arrangements have already been made for that segment. We should only need to buy tickets for as far as Rua. Oh, that won't be a problem then. Do you want them right now? Yeah. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment.
Passenger service bound for Hemdalar, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
Huh? I'd say we timed that pretty well. Impeccable timing. Seems there's a two-woman cold front blowing your way. Okay. Well, don't worry about us. We'll see what we can do to pour them out. Yeah, just don't expect them to be weaving each other flower crowns when we get back. Alright, we'll leave them to you then. Good luck! Whew, thank God they're not on our team. Although I am going to miss Fee's flash grenade. Boy, these sandwiches really hit the spot. Ham, lettuce and cheese. I'm getting a hint of pickle in there too. The ingredients are simple enough, but the way they come together is something special. Even the butter tastes different from what I'm used to. And this tea is equally perfect. God, these guys really love their food. The zest of the lemon complements the taste perfectly. You have quite the maid looking after you. Well, Mother hired her, not me. She's a talented maid though, I won't deny that. She handles the typical housework and greeting guests as you'd expect, but she also manages Mother's schedule. Wow. Managing the company chairman's schedule doesn't really sound like part of the typical maid's job description. She really is that talented though, which is why I can't work out why my mother sent her to look after me. Those two are up to something, I just know it. Regardless, there are different perks to having her around. I think you should accept your mother's kindness. I agree, she must have started working before sunrise to prepare all of this for us. I know. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. So far, Alyssa is just like a... She's a bit of a dick. Like, there's no two ways about it. How she treats that maid. Yeah. She's just not very nice so far. We'll see if that changes. But yeah. Just gonna be honest. Anyway, look at those two. So, we're headed to Brownie Island this time. All I know about it is that it hosts some sort of ancient ruins. I'm not certain what to expect. Oh, I want to explore the ancient ruins. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've had a chance to see the ocean. What about you two? Now that you mention it, I've never seen it either. I have. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. During the landing operation in the corpse. Oh, speaking of ruins, Legram has some fairly well-known ruins, doesn't it, Laura? Oh yeah, the Saint's Castle or something like that. You must be referring to Lohengrin Castle. It's a magnificent stronghold that faces out onto the lake. You can see it from the town itself. It's quite beautiful in the days when the mist clears. Oh wow. Sounds like a sight worth seeing. Seems that you'd be in trouble if a skilled sniper set himself up there. What? Doesn't sound like they're getting along very well. I feared as much. I doubt Fee is doing it on purpose. Laura seemed uncharacteristically offended by it too. Yeah, she's usually so composed, but something about Fee seems to get under her skin. It's clearly history between their families. Super train! I wish there was a world map. Like, I want to look at it and like... Let me know in the comments if there is, and I've just completely not figured out how, like, the right button for it. Maybe we get it later on. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's a fast traveling system later. Hemdalar. It never ceases to amaze me just how big Hemdalar Station is. I've heard it said it's not merely the largest station in Erebonia, but on the entire continent. I'm unaware of another station that can match the 10 tracks found here. When I first transferred lines here on the way to Tristed, the amount of people I saw really threw me for a loop. But it's not surprising that there aren't as many folks around this early in the morning. Sorry, I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Hang on, you can't give up already. How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We'll try and keep things from getting too dangerous at least. Yet the thing is, you two aren't the alphas in that group. That's the big problem. Apologies, but... Laura and Fee are. Anyway, this is where we split up. If you're traveling towards Ordis, you'll be heading west, right? God, this music's so good. Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northwest to Rua first. I'm so jealous you get to visit Gaius' homeland. You'd better tell us all about it when you get back. Will do. Take care, everyone. Fee, Laura, you both take care too. We'll see you all next week. Quite. Hi, guys. No one cried? Damn. Okay. What the hell's that? Is that who I think it is? Are you alright, love?
Is something on your mind, Elise?
It is. I knew it.
Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye?
Yeah. This is awkward. Who do you look like? Because you're obviously going to be related to someone. No. Maybe Elliot? I don't know.
Like your brother, perhaps?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Please, Your Highness.
Your Highness?
I just thought I saw someone I recognized. But it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
Someone you recognized? I wonder. But I knew you wouldn't deny it. That your brother is handsome, I mean.
What the hell? Mathwiz, you were right. If you're watching, you were right.
Please.
You were right. What is it with JRPGs and good old-fashioned... I'm not even going to say the word, but it begins with I and rhymes with chest.
I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him.
Oh, come now, I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk. I'll give you a little something from Mariage Cross to make up for it.
But that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire.
Damn, those hips don't lie. Listen, sky blue is my favorite color. We found the perfect waifu.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us.
So, at first I thought maybe she's a maid, but the princess, quote marks, is wearing pretty much the same uniform, so... I wonder what these two are doing.
Certainly.
Maybe drama school or something? I don't know. Imagine if that guess is correct. Hey, you've already played this game. Super Train! We unfortunately won't be playing cards, because I only have a little bit left, and I want to see the city. Alright, let me tell you a bit more about the Nord Highlands. The Nord Highlands are a mountainous region to the northeast of Erebonia. To get there, we'll need to cross the Isengard range. Isengard! That's the mountain range to the north of Roa. I'm guessing we'll need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much, I went through several when I was originally travelling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you'll be in the Nord Highlands, surrounded on every side by mountains. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place you'll find people is in nomadic settlements like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Really? I'm starting to feel like we're travelling to a country locked in time or something. Yeah, like that didn't sound offensive at all, Reen. It sounds like a scene right out of a picture book. In addition to the scenery, the Nord Highlands are also well known for their breeding and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descended from Highland stock. Horses are essential to the livelihoods of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Erebonians is one of my people's primary sources of income. Come to think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in Nord. Isn't that also true of the horses that the riding club uses? Yep, all of them. Even the golden stallion on the Empire's emblem is said to depict a war horse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. Has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Dreikel's first started building his army after all. That's right, the army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands, Zenda Gate. That's as far north as the trains can take us. We should arrive there somewhere around 4 in the afternoon then. Yep, but it's just past 8 AM now. We should reach Roa Station by midday. After that we have another 4 or so hours on a freight train to Nord. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. Still, we won't get chances like this often, so let's try and make the most of it. It's a great way to look at it. Alright. Okay, I am gonna read. Not too much longer now. I guess it'll be your first time back home since you started at Falls. Does it feel like awkward going back after you ran away from home? A little, yeah. At least we're only changing trains there, so I don't have to leave the station. I haven't been in Rua since I switched lines there on the way to Trista. Alright, I almost forgot if you came from Emir, you had to have gone through Rua. I visited Emir once when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since. I remember it being a really nice place though. The scenery was beautiful. Oh, I didn't know you'd actually been. Yeah, it really is beautiful. A place that nice doesn't really fit a guy like me. He's still sulking over what that twit said during our last practical exam. Pay the House of Hyam's little mind and their fool of a third son even less. I don't think he meant most of those awful things he said. Yeah, it seemed like his anger just got the better of him. I'll bet he regretted it later. And regardless of what he thinks, we all think you're a swell guy. As a classmate and as a friend. Don't be so hard on yourself. Thanks guys, it means a lot. You're so hopeless sometimes, Reen. Anyway, let's get in and out of Rua Station as quickly as we can. We need to find a freight train with taking the rest of the way to Nord as soon as we get there. It's easy to forget, but in travelling to the Nord Highlands, we'll actually be leaving the country. Feels strange heading out beyond our borders, a little emotional. We've got a long journey ahead of us. I can only wonder what kind of things they'll have us doing when we get there. Can't even begin to imagine. Each month seems to throw something to us. I have a guess we're going to have to do something to do with sheep. I'm a little worried about how Fee is holding up though. Yeah, there's definitely something going on between her and Laura. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it. I'm sure Elliot and Macias will keep an eye on those two for us. We've got our own battles to face. I'd like us all to come back from this trip in one piece. The horses of the Nord Highlands are known for being some of the finest on the continent. With their solid builds, high endurance and steadfast loyalty to their masters, they truly are the ideal steeds. The Highlands are far from the only place that raises horses, but the horses from Nord are in a class of their own. Sounds like you couldn't find a better horse if you search across the Empire, though now I can see why Arthur's such an impressive specimen. Who? Oh, Arthur's the horse we have back at home. My dad would often ride him out hunting with our old dog, Badoo. Badoo? Back when I was a kid, he'd lift me up on his back and let me ride around. This would be an excellent opportunity to learn about how the Empire's finest horses are raised. Seems like he's really into this. Well, here's a sight for sore eyes. I haven't soaked in scenery like this since I first came to Trista. I hope everyone in the settlement is doing well. He seems happy to be headed home. I've always been curious, how did you end up coming to Falls anyway? Well, about a year ago I met a general in the Imperial Army up in Nord. One thing led to another and he ended up giving me a recommendation to attend the academy. He was strangely adamant that my skill with a spear would come in handy during my time at Falls. Guess he was right. I can see why an Imperial general might take interest in your spearmanship. Our cavalry's lance and spear training has its origins not just in the tales of the Eisenritter, but in the traditions of the Highlands as well. Huh, pretty interesting. It's just recently I've been learning how far back the connection between Nord and Erebonia goes. Alright. So it looks like we're going from Rua to the Northern Highlands? Oh, this should be interesting. My god, do I need a cup of water. Ah, that's good.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The special express line is bound for Rua.
Our next stop is Rua. This is my first visit to the Empire's industrial metropolis. It's my first time too. I passed through when I first came here. First came to the academy. But even then I can see why people associate it with industry. It feels like the whole city's one big mass of iron. Yeah, it really does have that vibe. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyway? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. If I weren't seeing it for myself, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine a city like this. Can't wait to see it. Wonder if we're gonna have like a double field trip, where we're like gonna have to do stuff in Rua and then have to do stuff in the Nordic Highlands, the Nord Highlands. That sounds fun. There must be a reason why we're stopping at Rua. Well, we finally made it. We'll need to transfer to a freight line to reach the Nord Highlands from here. Right, there'll be a freight train leaving from platform 4 that we need to board. Platform 4 is up the staircase and to the left, I think. Alright. Why does this guy look so dodgy? Oh, okay. So this is the map, huh? Where's Trista? There's Trista, I see it there. Damn. Huge world. Trying to see where there's Seldic. So we've been to Seldic and we've been to Rayahard, I think, is where Fingy's family's from. And Trista, we've stopped off at Hemdalar and now we've stopped off at Rua. We didn't explore Hemdalar, we haven't explored Rua. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Oh. Bro, this area really likes their maps. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey. Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We're going to need to eat something between now and dinner. Seems highly unlikely a freight train would be equipped with vending machines. We'll need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches.
Oh, there won't be any need for that. What?
No way.
Sharon?
God, she moves fast.
How did you get here before us? The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady. And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
Thanks.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Rhineford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Yeah.
Ah.
Of course, why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well. They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something. You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you? I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either. Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Is it her mama? More than a woman. More than a woman to me.
Mother?
Hello, Elisa. You all must be members of Class 7.
Elisa, you never said that. God damn.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina.
Yeah, you are.
Also the chairman of the Rhineford group.
Yeah, you are.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it is.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I've work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. What?
You didn't give a crap about her daughter.
Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it? You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it? My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
What a saying.
Seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Rhineford group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make.
So she has a sister? Maybe that blonde girl with Reen's sister is her sister. And how many times in a sentence am I going to say sister?
Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life. In the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What? I knew Sharon would relay back information about me, but reports from the Academy itself?
It's your mother. What do you expect, Alyssa?
Oh, you must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Rhineford group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Rhineford group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbal staff, as well as your Arcus. I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey.
Elisa,
You all right?
You good? We didn't get to explore Rua? Damn. Damn it. I thought I finally had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it you and your mother aren't on good terms then? Yeah, I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home... Oh man, if you hear that instrument in a JRPG... I think it's called a pan flute. I always forget. You know it's going to be a good one. Anyway. God, this song's good. God, this song's good. That was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. How was I supposed to know I'd gone and signed up for the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is your mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to do just what I want, but always turns out that wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Force. So your mother's been paying your bills the whole time. It does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. I can see what you're grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. I can't see what you're grousing about. Yeah, right. Thingy's the complete opposite. His dad just doesn't care about him at all. What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Oh. You, sis. Forget it. Super train! Well, we just entered a tunnel. Great comms, guys. Great comms. The first of many now that we're going through the mountains. Let's see. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? Sounds good to me. Seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright. These are subpar because she had to make do with the airship's kitchens. I won't let her hear the end of it. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Well then, let's dig in. Nearly at the gates of Isengard. Wow, so you're going to the Highlands for an academy field study? Sounds like you budding soldiers do some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Ford seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still feel pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his height. Yeah, he towers over even the second years. Are all of the people in your settlement of a similar height? Nah, I'd say my dad is the only one who really has height on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though. I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioned you had quite a few siblings. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters. They're all a little on the shy side, but I hope you'll get along with them. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Man, seeing you kids rushing off on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Oh, poor guy. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Isengard range now. We should reach Zender Gate in 2 hours or so. Thank you. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, made the same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Sounds like a pretty nice guy. I bet that served as a pretty useful primer. It did. There are a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. Most of all, I'm thankful to the winds and to the goddess. The winds and the goddess? Classic Gaius. Okay. Oh god, Reen. Hey, that looks like we ought to be coming out of the Lost Tunnel anytime soon. I see. Alyssa Eustace, we're almost there. Huh? Oh. Flashbang! 10 past 11 at night. So this is... I can only just make it out in the distance, but it looks like that's it. So that's the Nord Highlands? I'll admit it'll be even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say it so once you've seen it up close. Or 30. Zender Gate. You've arrived. Pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. You're trolling me. There's no way this guy's second name is General. Oh my god. Hey. Anyway. Likewise. It's been months since I last saw you. Likewise. It's been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing there in a military academy uniform. But this is the first time I've seen the Ford's ensemble in red. This is the colour they use for my class, Class 7. Looks like he's pretty high up in the Imperial Army. Yeah, I'm betting he's a Lieutenant General in charge of Zender Gate. He seems quite close to Gaius. An Imperial General with an eye patch. That seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed. These are about half of my classmates from Class 7. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Everyone introduces himself. Seems that your classmates are as interesting a bunch as I'd heard. Oh, Lieutenant General Zex Vander. What a badass name. I'm Zex Vander, commanding officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. Pleased to finally meet you. One-Eyed Zex? So you're one of the guardians of the Arnor family. Well, it seems some of you already know of me. A guardian of the Arnor family? Oh, now I remember. The Vanders are a celebrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial Army. and one-eyed Zex Vander is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vander and the Arseed schools of swordsmanship are the two most renowned styles in Erebonia. Truly an honor to meet you, sir. I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love to hear all about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. You should set out as soon as possible if you want to reach the settlement by nightfall. I agree. Were you able to take care of all of the arrangements? I did. What arrangements? You know, like where we're gonna live, I guess? We need to head out now if we want to reach Gaius' home by sundown. Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright, just follow me and I'll show you the way. Wow. Oh, I love... Oh, God. Oh, the instrument, the music, the mountains, the wind whistling in the background. Beautiful. The Nord Highlands. Telling you, man. Any game with this instrument in it. The OGs in my community know. I'm pretty sure it's called a pan flute. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea a land so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Majesty? Yeah. Glad to hear you think so. Horses! I want the black one. Horses? Are you saying we're to travel to the settlement on horseback? The Highlands are way too vast to cover in any reasonable length of time on foot. You'll be fine, you're a member of the riding club, and Reen and Alyssa both have riding experience, right? Yeah, I think I can manage. I'm back at home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making any trick jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem, you can just hitch a ride in the back of someone else's horse. You, Emma? Emma! Don't fall for Gaius' charm. You better get on my horse. Oh! God! Why, Gaius? You were supposed to wingman me. Alright, Alyssa would probably be the best choice considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is that alright with you, Emma? Yes, although I do feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once then. No, I wanted the black one. I got a boring horse. Oh god, I hope the horse didn't hear me. You shall now be named Jeff. Jeff, the horse of justice. Okay, steady now, steady. This is a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Yes, I'm fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when we start moving. You know what? Actually, I'm fine with this. This should be a fun trip. There's no way I'm actually going to get to ride the horse, right? They're all top quality horses raised here in the Highlands. At a good clip, you should be able to reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sure Gaius won't have much need of this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. Map? Damn! Wow. Such a high level of detail. Looks as though the army's surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it will prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, that's about it from me. You should be heading out. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Give my regards to the elder and Lacan. We will. Cool.
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
So good.
I'll bet.
It's so much better not having
Anyway,
to press X.
my home settlement is due northeast of here. Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown.
Right.
Let's move!
God, I wish the whole game I just didn't have to press X. Oh my god, let's go! This is why we love JRPGs. This is why! New mechanics 40 freaking hours into the game. This is why we love JRPGs. This is why. And it's the same, it's just new stuff always being added. That's why we love JRPGs. Horseback riding. Controls are largely the same as those for regular movement. This music is amazing. Use the left stick to move and dash by pressing the R1 button. Ladies and gentlemen, the fastest horse on earth. Oh my god, this is janky. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. Okay. It's actually huge. Yeah. I'm exploring all of this. I can't wait. And we will be exploring all of this next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. It has been your boy OMARIORPG. Thanks for being you. I'm absolutely loving this game. I'll see you next time for more Trails of Cold Steel.